Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm KJ. Happy Sunday, happy Harney and Sons Day. So today I'm going to be reviewing the holiday tea from Harney and Sons. If you guys watched the haul video right before this, I kind of stressed how I wanted to see if I wanted this tea and kind of get it out of the way before the holiday season was over. Technically it is. I mean, Christmas and the New Year have passed, but here we are, still snowy, still cold, so boom, there we go. Okay, so, oh no. Couple of disclaimers, my baby's in the back, my baby and my husband. My baby's a little sad, and I've got all these things in my lap, so bear with me. Okay, so a little bit of context. I was sent this 4-ounce tin of the holiday tea in the Tea of the Month subscription from Harney and Sons earlier in the year. But I had a bag of it, just like a tea bag from years ago in my advent calendar last year, and I wasn't sure I liked it. And it was too small of quantity for me to tell, and honestly, I just wasn't paying attention. I was just kind of wrapped up in the whole advent of it all. So this tin is red. It's like a matte red. It's very pretty. It's got a banner label, so it's like a green stripe, and then there's another kind of interior banner, which is white and red. And then there's some like imagery of what would be like St. Nicholas or Santa Claus, and maybe like a child and a wooden pony or horse. So it's very interesting if you actually kind of peer into the label. What's not so great about this label and this one is that there are no ingredients for this tea on it. So there's a little bit about Harney and Sons, which there is on every tin. And there's brewing directions, which there is on this sample too. So that's kind of nice about this sample, is that no matter the tea, they always tell you how to brew the teas, you know, by type. So green, black, oolong, and so forth. But again, specific ingredients for the tea, not on either of these. There is another iteration of tin for this tea. It comes in sachets in the Historical Palaces tin. And I think they released that for the first time last year, but I might be wrong. Okay, so the only descriptor is that it's a black tea with fruits? Nope, fruit and spices. And that's on the red tin. So I've got this, I opened this, and this is what we're drinking from today. Let me tell you the ingredients, which I'm reading off of my laptop. Okay, so the ingredients include black tea, cloves, almond flavor, orange flavor, vanilla flavor, safflowers, 3 types of cinnamon, orange pieces, and contains natural flavors. So, okay, if you guys also watched my last video, I had a bit of a tangent about red cornflowers. And I think red cornflowers are in this tea. So, if you saw the pop over of the tea, there's like little red flecks and specks kind of going on. And it's certainly not blue cornflowers, and they don't look yellow, although some of them are kind of maybe yellow, but that actually looks like clove. Anyway, so I think I may have like answered my own question. Well, one of them anyway, is where have I seen red cornflowers in a tea? This one. Okay, so when you smell it dry, I was trying to figure out like what this tea reminds me of. It reminds me of fruitcake, y'all. Fruitcake. So my mom is like obsessed with holiday Christmas fruitcake. Nuts, without nuts, like doesn't matter. And so this tea smells like orange oil and orange peel. It doesn't smell like it would be bitter, but it smells like it has the strongest concentration of orange essence I've ever smelled. And so like, you know, I've had a lot of black teas with orange, and some of them are done really great, and even they don't smell as strong as this for the citrusy flavor. Yeah, so there's also that almond in there, kind of smells like caramelized almond because it smells really sweet with the other stuff going along in there, and it doesn't really have a nutty smell, but that's what's going on. That's what reminds me of the fruitcake. It's quite an interesting smell. Upon smelling it, it's not a tea that I feel like I would love. And I think this is what I thought when I had the tea bag last season. So by last season, I mean 2020. Okay, so then I just brewed this. I know like probably the last 10 out of 10 of my reviews have been lattes, but I just wanted to know what the base of this tea is. So this is plain hot. This is 1 David's Tea perfect spoon of the tea leaves in, I don't know, however many ounces of water this is, 14. Yeah. So here we go. So like when I have a lot going on in my personal life, I eat my baby, or like me trying to gather materials to do a review. I'm leaning on the wall, by the way. The tea has time to like get warm, and that makes it so much more ideal for me to review. And so I'm just like really happy because it's like warm enough for me to just like drink in gulps, but also warm enough for me to discern these flavors. So I should have also mentioned that dry, you can, well, I told you guys what it smelled like dry. When I first brewed it and then put it in a cup, I could smell the black tea right away, which was nice. And I could almost tell that it was just gonna be a very cooperative black tea. And I feel like I've been talking a lot about astringency lately, but I could tell that I had not oversteeped it. I was so happy. I could tell that I had not brewed too strong of a cup. But I did get like the essence of black tea. I also could smell the cinnamon right away and the citrus, the orange. And that was just from smelling the brewed cup. On tasting it though, there is a bit of just a like 15% bitter element. And I think it's from the citrus, which I had a feeling could be just slightly from the black tea, or the black tea kind of melting with that citrus. It mimics astringency, but it's not. Like, it's definitely a mildly bitter tone. The cinnamon is mild in tasting it, stronger when it was first brewed and smelling it, and it's stronger just like together as a body of tea, I guess, as I'm still sniffing it. I don't know. I read people's reviews on harneyandsons.com, and some people were like, yes, love this tea. And just a few people were like, this is not my cup. And I can't really say why, but it's just not for me. And I feel like I'm leaning that way. So to me, this doesn't scream Christmas. I'm really nostalgic, and I'm really, you guys know, if you've been following me for a while, Christmas is my jam. But this doesn't do it for me for Christmas. All the ingredients certainly do, but maybe it's just like, I don't know what I'm not most fond of. I think it's the almond mixed with everything else. So, yeah. For a tea that has 3 different types of cinnamon, I expected it to almost be spicier, but it's not. It's not spicy at all. One could say that maybe I had a weak brew of this, but I don't think that I did. I don't know, you guys saw the color when I first showed it to you. It looks like a pretty, I wouldn't call it a bold brew, but it was very satisfactory, very, very straightforward. I don't know, so I'm rambling because I'm trying to convince myself to like make a decision on the spot. So I still have another serving of the sample. I could do it with a latte, although I'm not sure because of the orange. But it doesn't really, there's orange pieces in here too, yeah. It doesn't seem like it'll curdle, but we'll see. Maybe the latte will change my mind. But I don't know. So back to what I was saying. It's called the holiday tea, and there are a lot of characteristics of holiday. Cloves, cinnamon, vanilla, and even like the orange is kind of nice too. I don't know what makes orange holiday, but it is kind of nice. Fruitcake vibe to me, but I don't like it. So I wouldn't miss it. Like next year for Christmas, I wouldn't be like, wow, I had a really like 5% less great Christmas because I didn't have that holiday tea. Like I don't think I'm not really gonna miss it unless I make a phenomenal latte. So yeah, and also I should mention, very unlike myself, this isn't sweetened at all. So maybe it could benefit with a little bit of sweetener. Like maybe it would bring out the citrus and the orange and kind of help the almond define itself. And maybe it would taste more like a fruitcake or something more satisfying. But for me right now, it's not so satisfying. Not bad, but I don't need this much of it. It would take me a long time to finish it because I would not reach for it that often. And that's okay. Harney & Sons makes some great teas. And this is great for somebody else, just not for me this time. And I have a lot of Harney & Sons teas, and I'm very proud to keep buying from them, but this isn't really my favorite cuppa. So that's been my review. If you're still here, obviously thanks. You're a rock star. I would say happy holidays, but again, it's January 2nd. So yeah, happy holidays. Bye.